Right, I'm at the Barnstone Alton. I'm taking this R1250R Roadster for a quick test ride. I haven't done any test ride recently, so let's see what's it like. So this one, I think pretty standard. What do we have here? It's done 1,328 miles. Okay, so I got some fuel. The same BMW control mode, heated grips, hazard lights, and menus here. Nothing new. Mirrors okay. Yeah, the suspension is alright. Compared to my GS, the handlebar is a little bit narrow. Obviously GS has a wider handlebar. Yeah, this is if you are good for summer, especially you have loads of airflow to keep you cool in the riding gear. I mean, same engine as my GS Adventure 1250, so it's nothing new. The only difference I can first straight away see is there's no wind protection, and handlebar is a little bit narrow. Other than that, the same engine, same gearbox. It's pretty good. No complaints. I did a test ride. I think it's on the previous, the 1200R. Well, I think about a few years back, and I'm pretty impressed with that, the way it rides. So I think this is the first time I'm doing a 1250, I think. Yes, it's a bit more smoother because it's got the 1250 shift cam engine, so same as my GS. So yeah, the exhaust is standard, so it's all very smooth. And I think one of my main complaints of the new, the newer naked bikes, so most of them are more sportier, so more lean forward, whereas this is perfect. I mean, I don't mind. I mean, I've got a sports bike, sports tourer, but I'd rather go for a sports or a sit upright than it's something in between. So that's my preference. Everyone's different. Yeah, this is can't complain. It's just a different feeling when you're riding a naked upright bike. Nice, especially if you're living in a hot country, and especially this really suits that, because you don't have any wind protection and you get really good airflow to keep you nice and cool in the riding gear. And I've got a rucker. I always wear a rucker gear, and during summer on my GS is not nice. And so what I normally do on my GS is put a smaller screen to get more airflow to survive the summer. The handle's really nice, this bike. It's a good experience, definitely a good, really nice bike for summer. By the way, this is the singular. This is not the sport. I think you'll need to check the spec. I'll put a link in the description for the specs. But I just noticed, so this one has only two modes. One is rain and road. That's it. Usually it doesn't have the dynamic. I think the next trim level up, I think the sport has the dynamic. I definitely would go for the sports package, which has the dynamic mode, which has more go, sharper throttle response, and a more stiffer suspension. Yeah, other than that, Yeah, it's good. Let's I think let's put it on top gear and see what's it like. Yeah, it's a very smooth bike. I mean, you can tell it has loads of torque and you can have a really good fun. You can imagine the same engine is used for the GS Adventures and GS and the RT, which are more heavier than this, and you can imagine the same engine with a less heavier bike, so you can have a lot of fun on this bike. And let's go inside Loomis and see if anyone's around, and I'll do a quick walk around and show you the bike. Let's turn here. This is the Loomis Motorbike Cafe, usually full of bikes, but not today because of the weather. It rained. Right. Neutral. Turn it off. Right. Let's check this bike. So this is the bike. So it's got Brembo front and rear brakes, whereas my GS has BMW's own brakes. I think it's got Brembo brakes, so should be good actually. Looks like this is manually adjusted suspension. It doesn't have the electronic suspension. This model, I think the R Sport, the 1250R, the sports package, has all the electronics suspension and more riding modes. Other than that, it's just it's a nice bike actually. Now let's see what's the daylight running lights. It's not bad. You can't tell much. It's just really bright here. Let's see. Put on high beam. So that's the high beam. Right, and just turn the high beam off. Okay. That's the daylight running mode. That's the okay. Right. The tires, I think from the factory, it's a Metzler. So it's a Metzler Rotec Z8. Z8. I think I'll put the description, link to the description in the video. So please have a look. Yeah. So that's it actually. Let's go do some more riding and let's check it out. Let's see. Yeah. I usually, the trick is to, I mean, if you want to get the most out of these boxer twin engines, I've only learned over the years. So I've owned a 1200 GS Adventure. Now I've owned a 1250 GS Adventure. So is you have to ride them in lower gears. So it's not like the inline 4. You can you put it on top gear and just cruise. It's not. These are, well, you can do, but it won't be. It's gutless basically if you do that. So you drop it down to 4th gear, or if you are doing twisties, put it on 3rd gear, and it performs really well. If you're doing 60 miles an hour, it's best to put it on 4th gear. That's what I normally ride. If I'm doing 40 miles an hour, I put it on 3rd gear. That's how the boxer engine is good. It performs well. And Yeah, and if I'm hitting 30 mile an hour, put it on second gear. But in this way you have more control over the bike. So it sits really nice if you're in low gear. It's more planted. So that's what I normally do. And this is what I've been taught in the IAM, Institute of Advanced Motoring, and also from the BikeSafe run by the police department here in the United Kingdom, which is I highly recommend to anyone wants to improve their riding. I mean, you learn a lot. I mean, just Google it for, I mean, if you're in the UK, just search for BikeSafe. So I'll put the description link in the description. Do the IAM, Institute of Advanced Motoring in the UK. It's all run by ex-motorbike police officers. And the test, when you go for a test also, it's marked by the ex-motorbike police officers. So I mean, the amount of experience and discipline they have is a lot compared to a normal rider. And so it's best to go and get that done, and which also reduce your insurance premium. If you tell your insurance company, yes, I've done the BikeSafe, or I've done the especially the IAM course, and you pass the IAM exam. So which is, yeah. Let's talk about the bike. I'm gonna go for one of these. I would recommend you get the electronic suspension with the sports package. I think, if I remember correctly, I think you get the dynamic mode, so you get more sharper throttle response, so it's more sportier. So I would recommend you to go for that package than the standard. If you go for the electronic ones, I mean, the warranty is pretty good. I mean, I haven't had any problems with the electronic suspension anyway. So I mean, even if it goes wrong, BMW's warranty is pretty good. The manufacturer warranty, I think, for 3 years, and after that you can buy the extended warranty. So yeah, it covers it for peace of mind. They're pretty good, no questions asked. They fix it straight away. This is a nice twisty. Put it on third gear, and that's it. Yeah, this is not bad. It handles really well. This tire is this is the first time I'm riding this using, I don't know much. I usually go for Metzler Rotec 01s or Pilot roads. Like, I used to have Road 4s, and now I've got Road 6. Nice. Third gear, roll on, roll off. I think that's what it works well on this, but I'm heading towards Portsdown Hill. I mean, everyone knows about the big mix burger van at Portsdown Hill. There's also another burger van not many people are aware of. It's called the Route 66. It's an Airstream silver American style burger van. You'll see parked up on the hill. I'll show you. You can see him there up the hill on the left. I'm not sure the GoPro can pick it up. Also it has a good view, you know, around there. You can see the Portsmouth from there. So this is where you have to turn in. It's called Mill Lane, and you can see the burger van there on the top of the hill. Yes, it's called Route 66. Right, let's park up here. Not many people around today because of the bad weather forecast, and also it rained in the morning, and they didn't get the forecast right, and everyone stayed at home. So this is the view you get, and this is the burger van. It's called Route 66. Friendly staff, good food, I mean quality food. See you later. So just had a Mexican burger in a wrap, which is very, very nice. And say hi to Steve, and bye bye, see you later. And right, that's it. They own Steve is the guy who owns the burger van. You see all these cars parked up here. People go enjoy the view and have a burger or anything. He also does a monthly special. Every month a different special. So you need to please ask him what's the special if you want to try the special. My favorite is the Mexican, and I've been to US many times. I tried a lot of Mexican food there, but the meat quality is really nice. So yeah, so I can't complain. Right, what's the speed limit? 40? Yes. And heading back to BMW. Yeah, so what I'll do is I'll show you another route on the way back. There's another twisty, so that when you come here, make the most of the roads, you know. Yeah, it's a nice bike. And if you're sort of person who hates cleaning chains and all that, this is the one for you. This is shaft drive, no chain lubing the chain, etc. And also the good thing about the the boxer engines is service cost is cheaper. So for an example, because it has only 2 cylinders and it's easy to get to them because they're sticking out. So it's the servicing is, compared to other bikes, the newer bikes, this is a lot cheaper. So for example, so the first 6,000 miles, there are 2 schedules usually BMW has. One is the annual one, the other one is mileage based every 6,000. So the best is if you do less than 6,000 miles, then you have to do every annual one, right? But I used to do in the past loads of silly miles. I did almost 50,000 miles within 3 years on my previous 1200 GS adventure. So if you're sort of, that's the best bike because its servicing is cheap. Every 6,000, so 6,000 miles service usually it costs you about 250 or 225, 250. And the 12,000 mile service is about 350. If you compare that to a Triumph, the triple engines, they have 12,000 miles is almost £1,000. Okay, so don't assume BMW is too expensive to servicing. That's all myth. So also BMW allow you to buy the prepaid services in advance. So that means you can buy the prepaid service from BMW, and then you can use any BMW dealership to get the service done. So that's another way of doing it. So it works out really well if you want to buy the prepaid one. If you do 6,000 miles a year, so you can do the 6,000 miles and the annual service together, you see, at the same time. So that's what I do nowadays. I work from home nowadays, and I don't do loads of miles. So yeah, almost there, almost back to Barnstormers to drop this bike and pick my bike with the new set of Pilot Road 6. That's the plan. Let's see. Yeah, if you want to buy, talk to Keith. He's walking here, and he will sort you out a nice bike. Right, yeah, talk to these guys, and they will sort you out a nice bike. Thank you. Right, that's it.